Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Gary. Today I'm talking about the secret of Destiny 2 stats and what I think a lot of people are doing that is very wrong with your PvP stats or maybe your PvE stats. So the biggest issue I see with stats in general is there's a threshold where if you go above, it's actually not good for your stats. Now, the main thing I'm going to be talking about is the threshold between like 70 to 80 stats. So as you see right now, my grenade stat is 70 and it's 41 seconds for my grenade ability. And if I put a grenade mod on, plus 10 discipline, now it's only 1 second less. Now, as you can see, 10 stats just for 1 second is not a really big change. And I don't think anyone will think that's worth it. But I do see a lot of people running up to like 100 stats when it's just such a waste of trying to get the spikes that you want. Now, I'll be showing you guys almost optimal builds. I try to keep my stats around 70 because going above that is just really not worth it. The only time I'll say it's worth it is if you play something like Hunter, where you want your melee back instantly from your Gamblers dodge, because if you don't know, your Gamblers dodge, the amount of melee you get back is decided by how many melee stat. So if you want your melee back instantly, you want like 100 melee, which is a big thing. So yeah, it's kind of a big ask to go in 100 melee unless you like a smoke bomb crutch, but they are nerfing those. I'll make a video on that tomorrow. So what you want to be looking for PvP is something like this. I think this is a really good stat split, depending on what you want more. So say if you want your melee more than grenade, I don't think that's personally, depending on your subclass. Like say for Strand, I want my grenade more than my melee because the grenade is really good. It's a Strand grapple. I definitely want that. But if you're playing something like Solar Hunter, this is an insane stat split actually. I want my melee back a little bit quicker. Depends on what melee you use. I like fan knives, and I think my grenades are a really good cooldown. And this is like pretty much peak stats. Like I don't think it really gets better than this. Let me show you my other classes. Now for my Titan, I know it has 80, but the issue is I can't go lower because the way the armor is worked. I'm forced to have this much class unless I have like God roll dunes, I guess, and they have like no class on them. But these are old dunes, and I don't think it really gets much better than this. So these are honestly really good stats for Titan. If you're looking for God stats, you're gonna look for something like this. Depending on what your build you want, it could vary. Like if you're using AC feedbacks with glaive, you want more melee and stuff like that. But mostly you want something around like 70, 70, and 70. And then you always want 100 super. I don't care what anyone says. If you were not going for 100 super, you are throwing in trials and everything else genuinely. And for something like Warlock, this is really good. This is pretty much like all you really want. So you got 70 class, 70 grenade. And for melee, you kind of want a lower melee stat if you're using Heat Rises. If you're on other subclasses, you can go for 70 melee, obviously, and then take away something like a little bit of grenade and class. But I definitely think this is pretty much optimal for Dawnblade and pretty much every exotic that you want to use. Obviously, it's a little bit dependent on your exotic. If you want to go above 100, it really depends on what you're trying to do. If you want more melee damage, or if you want like an overshield more class, or you want your grenade to do more damage, it kind of depends. But I really don't think most of those are worth it unless you're going for a very niche build in PvP. And pretty much that's it. Hope you guys learned something from this, and let me know if you improved your builds at all in the comments, because I really want to know if I helped any of you make a better build. Genuinely, I'd appreciate a lot if you let me know. If you guys do think that I helped you, scroll down and make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 10k subs before the end of the year, so if I helped you out at all, I'm going to continue to help people. So make sure to click like and subscribe. Also, make sure to go follow my Twitch in the description, twitch.tv/GuapoGary. So make sure to go check out my Twitch. I'd really appreciate it if you go follow. So link in the description. And also make sure to join my Discord, discord.gg/GuapoGary, if you want to see when I go live or just talk with me and my community. With that being said, have a good rest of your day. Peace.